How does preparation affect grades? No PE clothing, no participation in class. You get a U. You, unprepared, you get 10 days to make up the class, and you also can only make that up for half credit. But half credit can mean all the difference if you're riding right around that 60% of that passing line. So a half credit is better than no credit. We really encourage you to make those up. All right. Again, you unprepared will be recorded as a zero until you make it up, and then we will put in half credit. All right. Um, if it is made up, we'll put in that grade. And if it is not, it will remain a zero. All right. To ensure the highest possible grade in PE, wear the appropriate clothing for class. If you have a preparation violation, it would benefit your grade to attend a makeup session even at half credit, which we will go over when they are later in the PowerPoint. Okay, so here it is. Makeups. Be on time. Be prepared and dressed. Sign in. It is not going to be your specific teacher. All the PE staff cover all the different makeups. So don't run around after school looking for your specific PE teacher. Just report to either the track underneath the flag or by the lower weight room for the 1.5s or the lower weight room for the online PE makeups or the swimming pool for swim makeups. Okay, report to that area. We we all cover them, so it may not be your specific teacher. All right. An activity or fitness class is missed, you must make it up with a 15-minute run. If a swimming class is missed, you must make up a swimming class. You cannot make up a swimming class with a fitness run or vice versa. Swim makeups will be held on Thursdays at the pool, so that's where you would go. Do not be late. Your time is just as important as my time. And as Willie says, we all have kids. We like to see them. All right, so you can see there Tuesdays and Thursdays, 15-minute runs on the indoor track at 240 over by 3. Thursdays, online students only in the lower fitness center at 240. We also have them during clubs at the indoor track starting at 155. Make sure if you're going to be attending a club makeup that you get a pass from your teacher prior to that club. Right? The reason that they're on Tuesdays and Thursdays is so that you can get an activity bus pass and take the bus home if you don't have a ride. Right? So you can see there the time, type, and where to meet. Right. How is your PE grade determined? Fitness test, active engagement, cooperation with teachers, classmates, rules, and procedures. All right. I said earlier that your grades were weighted. Your fitness performance, you can see there, they're only 10% of your overall grade. Class activities or games, 50%. Cooperation, 30%. So if you do what we ask and you run around, you will do fine. Right? If you don't do anything, you will not do fine. If you sit out, we can't grade sitting out. All right? So be prepared, try your best. These are the weekly fitness run rubrics. They have not changed in years. They are based off the presidential fitness testing. Actually, they are based off the 80th percentile. So only at Manheim Township does 80% get you 100%. Right? So males, 22 laps is 5 out of 5. Females, 18 laps. All right? If you have a circumstance, a medical note, you need to be adapted, 11 laps. is your 5 out of 5. Okay, so that's your first 5. Your second 5 happens in the fitness center. Are you going through the work? Are you doing what is being asked in there? And you get graded on that. So those two scores add up to 10. And that's your grade. The 1.5 run is not on there. Girls and boys, speak to your teachers about that scale. Swimming days, okay, 8 minutes of fitness, lap swimming, or walking if you can't swim. 8 minutes of a team game, usually volleyball, basketball. 8 minutes of diving board. All right, you're being active, all 3 units. You do that, you'll be fine. All right. If you are unable to swim due to a medical note, you will be riding a bike and graded on the heart rate, which are right here, down there. And if you have that issue, have a medical note, feel free to talk to your teacher and they will work something out. Activity grades. Consistently, often, inconsistently, occasionally, or seldomly actively engage in all class activities. Maintain a high percentage of time on task. Nothing in this criteria says is a good athlete. There have been plenty of athletes that are lazy and do not actively engage and receive C's or B's. There are plenty of kids that are not athletic that actively engage and are on task and receive A's. All right? So, this is what you need to look at when you're being graded. If you don't like the fact that you get an A or get a B, it's because you are not being consistent. You are just doing it often. All right? Again, time on task and actively engaged. Take an activity like softball. Are you even wearing a glove? Are you wearing a glove on the right hand? Are you sitting down in the outfield? Those would not be time on task. They would not help your activity grade. If the ball is hit to you and goes over your head, do you stand there and look at it, expecting it to come back like a lost dog? You will not be graded very well. If it goes over your head, you run after it, you pick it up, you run it back in, you throw it. You don't just stand there and expect it to come back. Cooperation, it's not just being a nice kid. It is cooperating with the teacher, your classmates, the activity. How do you cooperate with the activity? Well, when we're playing basketball, are you playing basketball by the rules? Or are you just running around, fouling everybody, throwing up full court, half court shots, right? Running around without dribbling, not even trying to play by the rules. That is cooperating with the activity. Are you playing by the rules that were laid out by your teacher? Demonstrate appropriate verbal behavior. We all swear, but we have a filter. We know when it's appropriate, when it's not appropriate. Have a filter. Do not swear in front of your teacher or other adults. Demonstrate appropriate physical behavior. Follow directions and instructions. Okay, again, another part of this is, when we're done with badminton, when we're done with volleyball, if you have it at the end of the day, when you're done with hockey at the end of the day, are you helping clean up or are you just running out of the door to go get dressed? Those are the things that we're looking for. You might see these on your report, on your Sapphire report. This is what they mean. A is absent. U, I, C. Parent note, medical note, no grade, or excused. Right. They'll probably post it in your locker room if you have any questions, but they will also be in your grade book Feel free to talk to your teacher if you have any other questions on what these things mean and how they affect your grade. That is it. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have, again, any questions, feel free to speak to your teacher about what to do.